Hey everyone, it is Saturday, August 9th. Uh, got good news. We finally closed on the duplex in St. Pete 2 days ago. 3 days ago. Yeah, Thursday. So that was a surprisingly bitch of a transaction at the last end of it. Buyer, um, reasonably wanted some repairs done, but we were trying to offer concessions because we were just trying to wash our hands of it. But when it was all said and done, we did some repairs, we gave some concessions, and you know, now there's a nice, cute couple that owns the property. The tenant that wasn't paying has been evicted. The new buyers, the new owners, are occupying that unit, and the other tenants are happy to just make sure that they have a place to live. So it ended up working out very well for everyone. I got a call the day after from the son of another client that I have under contract. He wants me to run over to Tampa today to look at one of his homes and give an as is value and then list it because he just recently got rid of another tenant and there was some issues. He did some repairs, but he doesn't want to actually follow the sunk cost fallacy of fixing it up. He just wants to be done with it. So I'm going to run over there. I already ran the comps and did a CMA, and I have a price estimate for him. And unfortunately for him, it's significantly less than it was 3 months ago when he first got rid of the tenant. The market in Tampa has just soured a little bit since. So unfortunately, we went from potentially, $290 a square foot, a price, it's 1,300 square feet, to now something closer to like maybe 240, 245 a square foot. And that's just sight unseen. I got to go inside and actually take a look at the work he's been able to do through the contractors because he's only been in Tampa twice in 3 months. So he's got to essentially hope that the contractors he hired did at least a decent job. But that essentially came out of the blue. Like, that's a listing that had babies. I'm working with his parents, got them under contract. Everyone's satisfied. We're doing some repairs for the buyer, and made such a good impression upon the son that he's offered me a listing sight unseen, which is pretty cool. And he is also looking to purchase some income properties in some other counties here in Florida. And I've already referred him out to another agent that lives in those counties, so that has much better market knowledge than I do. And I'll get a nice referral fee from that once those transactions close. And we had some activity on a listing that's just been really getting no attention recently. So I'm headed over there afterwards. So I'll be doing a lot of driving with my son today. So I'm pretty excited. And then I have a pocket listing um, that has had a lot of attention with some with some investors. I got the HOA documents. I sent them through to three investors yesterday, and one wants to do a visit next week. And they're looking to close very quickly. The family's looking to move out the country. So I'm hoping that September is going to be a lot more fruitful than July or June were. August has been good so far, but business needs any new business. And thankfully, I've been making some good relationships, and I think I can go very well. Also, the transaction I just closed, the agent has a pocket listing that I think an investor would be interested in. We're going to go visit that property on Wednesday or Thursday. That one is a nice property on the water, did very well from the hurricanes, and we've already negotiated our fees on both sides of it, and now it just needs to be something that my investor is looking at. The investors are looking at perhaps 1.6, and the owner was hopefully trying to get somewhere closer to 2.1, and there's obviously $500,000 gulf in between. But they're looking to just sell off market. They're well into retirement age, and they just don't want to manage a property on the water anymore here. And now that we're back in hurricane season, and thankfully there's been no storms or no storm predictions on this part of the country. I mean, they've all been hitting Mexico and Hawaii, but our luck might run out. It's given them pause because in the span of like 2 years, this couple has had Hurricane Idalia swing by, Hurricane Debbie swing by, Hurricane Helene hit, and Hurricane Milton hit. And it's fared very well 4 times, and they just don't want to try this again for this hurricane season. So I don't know if that'll mean that they'll accept the 1.6, $1.7 million offer, considering the fact that they wanted, three or 400,000 minimum more. But the investors are concerned that they're going to have a lot of carrying costs because If they buy it at the top of the market, there's no profit for them, and they need to put in some cushion to hold the carrying costs, because the house might sit on the market 4 or 5 months just because there's so many like it. So they're looking to buy it at a price that they can sell it thereafter at a profit. We'll explain that to the homeowners when we meet, and if it makes sense, that's a deal that I wasn't expecting a month ago. So yeah, Christian Bush, licensed realtor with Real Broker. Looking forward to a great September. Talk to you later.